And welcome back. We are here on the same day as the last clip. I am feeling well today. Just having a look at the starting these heads. It is already after 6, but these exhaust ports are kind of tiny, you know. Oh, kind of like that. That's what she said. So small. So I'm thinking of port matching them. These are a little bit bigger, and to do that you line them up with the gasket. You can use a spray can, I guess, or marker. Like that. Make sure the bolt holes all line up. Some people say this is not worth doing, but I've always done it. Never had a problem, so I'm going to keep doing it. I'm marking the outside. And then when I do my exhaust, I will do the exact same thing on the other side, and they'll be port matched. Surprised these haven't dried out in this hot shed. I may just get a scribe and scratch as well. Oh, this will do, I guess. Yeah, that's better. I know that camera is a bit of a fish eye look sometimes, but it means I don't have to hold it and I can later adjust where I want the camera to be. I can move it to anywhere in a 360-degree circle. The hole is about 5 millimeters bigger, I estimate, than the factory. About 2.5 millimeters on each side. Could be a little bit more or less, but combined, I'm increasing the size by about 5 millimeters. You can see the scribe holes. That's the edge of the gasket, and I'm gonna use some carbide tips and the die grinder and take them out to the gasket to be the same. Let me see how much I've gained. Measuring tools. I wasn't far off 2.5 millimeters, was I? Huh? My eyes aren't too bad. Yeah. So 2.5 all the way around is what the increase. And believe me or not, that may not sound like much, but it's more than you would think. There's more than you would think when there's a good exhaust gases flowing through. And it's not too much that you have to worry that you're going to grind through the metal into the water jacket. I've got a question for you chaps. Why is this here? Who knows that? Considering it's closed. Completely and utterly closed off. So if nothing flows through it, why have it? I may as well get them to weld it up and machine it and just forget about it altogether. Does anybody there know what this hole is for? Exhaust. Let's have a look, see if I can find exhaust. Okay. So it's connected to the exhaust port. I can tell because it's built up with exhaust carbon. See, you can tell. So why does it go nowhere? Absolutely nowhere. What's the point? I know in old engines I used to block these off to stop exhaust gases from flowing through the intake manifold of the V8. They used to heat up the intake manifolds for a pollution thing, you know. I would weld them up, block them up, so that the intake manifold would stay cool. So you get cooler air. Cool air is smaller, and you can add more fuel. The engine runs a lot better than pumping evaporative gasoline into a stinking hot intake exhaust system. So, but why does this go nowhere? Why bother with all this fakery if it doesn't go anywhere? Have I got a bit of wire or something? But I guarantee you it goes nowhere. No, it creates a vacuum when I suck on it. It's nothing. And there's no valves or anything. That's interesting, that. And this here, I think we can cut off, because that looks like it would have been for a distributor. Was that originally put there for a distributor? If it was, where would the gear have run? No, not a distributor. There's something running here. Oh! This port would have connected to this port, and there would have been some pollution gear on here. Yes, that's what it would have been. So if I cut this, this will be open, but I'm gonna make a set of headers anyway. I'm not gonna utilize that, so I can still cut that off. So the exhaust fumes will travel up into here, right? And I'm guessing in some models up here would be, I don't know, some sort of valve opening and closing, letting exhaust gases through. Let me know in the comments if you know what that is. It'd be interesting to know, because I guarantee you if I drill here, it'll come out through there. The angle is correct. Pretty much, that goes down a bit and around. Yeah, very interesting. But we don't have that, so I can chop that off because that's ugly and it'll take up room. It'll hit the back of the firewall. I guarantee you it'll do that. And also, some of the engines obviously have something bolted into the water jacket here, but they've put a core plug in it in this model, because this is a, oh, I don't know what year this is actually. I really don't know what year this is. I should get the engine number and find out. But yeah. So what will I be using? Well, mostly this. With this. And I've actually ordered, I have ordered some longer ones. They should be here in the week. And this is what I'll be using. Very sharp, cuts aluminium like butter, and if you cut too hard it'll clog the pores. The ones I ordered are for aluminium, and I think the reason what that does is it has bigger pores so they don't clog as quick. Because this is a bit damaged because I actually used it on cast iron, and it grabbed a couple of times and went bang. so yeah, so now am I going to stand up? Am I going to sit down? I think sit down, I think. I put some clamps, clamp this down. Yeah. So I'll stop the filming here and hope that you'll comment. We don't have to comment about that anymore, we've worked that out. But if you know what this gadget here was, if you have it on yours and you know what it is, could you please let everybody else know too. So yeah, I'm going to port match the exhaust. I'm wondering, I will do this, but I think I will probably, or possibly, there's not much room, there's a bit of room here, to make them more round, like the pipe I'll be using. See, what size are they? Because I've been, what size runners I'm going to use. What size runners on my headers? Right? So let's go Imperial. .2 inch, and then when I add the matching 1.4 inches, that's tinier. That is tiny. But then the exhaust valves aren't greatly huge either. I did ask them about making them bigger, but they said there's not much with a turbo engine, because everything is under pressure. It would make a little bit of difference, but not enough to matter. And he said, we don't know. The valves are already quite close to each other, and these valves are very close to the here, so you can't really like make it bigger and go outside the size of the bore. Basically, there's basically nothing in it. It's right onto the edge of the combustion chamber, right on the edge of the combustion chamber. So if you went a bit bigger here, you'd have to go a bit bigger there, and then you'd have to start digging into the side and under, and you'd have a really weak edge here. So I think my other head turned out okay, but they actually look funny enough, they look smaller than my old head. I'll rummage through my computer and I'll see if I can bring up a picture on the screen for you to look at. So I could be wrong, probably am wrong. I've probably been looking at so many other engines that I've forgotten the size of these. So that if I go fractions, the widest is 1.5, 1 and 31/64, whatever that is. I hate imperial. Yeah, just under. By the time I'm done, it'll be 1.5 inches. 1.5 inch. So if I got stainless steel pipe with even 1.5 inch, or maybe 1 3/4. Yeah. So it has more room to expand as it comes out. Yeah, I think. Let me know also. Put that on the list in the comments. What size runner should I go? Considering the holes are only 1.5 inches. Because hopefully you're as excited as me to see what the dyno will end up pulling. So yeah, it'd be very interesting to see what the dyno will end up pulling. This is basically, the HO is basically a 300 horsepower. So, oh look here. So as I was talking about in the previous clip, this one is about to come out. This one is nearly out. It's probably already been out, but it's probably been put back in by the valve. Let's see if I can pop it out. Probably not. It would have been interesting to show you. Looks like it's a bit corroded. It looks a bit corroded. Well, it just would have been interesting to show you the valve seat coming out. No, it's not. I'll tap it. Tap it with a hammer. I hope this interests you. So, there you go. Like I said, she's close to coming out, or it's already been out, and the valve has pushed it back in a bit. It's back. Otherwise the place will become a mess. So there you go. The intake. Oh, it's already got a crack in it. Yeah, it's already been out. It's already twisted. Interesting stuff. So yes, it's all going to get new ones of those. Excuse me. Wonder if there's any more. No, just that one. Number 2, I think. Number 2. This will be the right bank. I think number 1 is on the left, right? In the front. So it's either number 1 or number 2. Yep. So that one nearly popped out. Or it did pop out, and it would have caused more damage if they hadn't have stopped running it. I think it was probably still running, but really, really bad. I'm pretty sure this engine was still runnable, but it would have run quite badly. And they did that with the red Jeep's original engine. They kept driving it until it basically stopped. It built up pressure. I remember the name, the other Aqua something. Not Aquaplane, no. Anyway, the engine's running, piston comes up, there's water in there, and all of a sudden there's not enough room for compression, and the only place the compression can go is outwards, and it finds a weak spot in the bore and it cracks it open. If I can find a picture of the crack in the red one, I'll also show it up at the top here for you so you can see what it is. Yeah, or Aqua or Hydro something, Hydro, yeah, I forget. I think it's Hydro something, not Aqua, Hydro locked. No. Boom. Yes. And I had that one re-sleeved. This engine here, that one was re-sleeved. So, but just a cheap sleeve, right? Not an expensive sleeve, not a racing sleeve. I think they just probably just spun up their own sleeve on the lathe. Yep. Piece of pipe. Well, these are proper racing sleeves. I remember I rebuilt a diesel once and it had chrome sleeves, and I was told they're good, but in a petrol engine they're illegal because it would use too much oil, but apparently it would work well, which I was told a long time ago. I was probably like not even 20 yet, 30 plus years ago. The mechanic told me that they work really well because the chrome bores don't wear, basically, and when the fuel explodes, the reflection, because it's all like a mirror, increases the detonation. Don't know if that's true or not. That's what I was told. So when I was a kid, I always dreamed of sneakily rebuilding an engine with chrome bores. It was always a dream of mine. I don't think about it anymore now, but yeah, it was always a dream of mine. Chrome bores and moldy rings. How things change. Alright, so let's stop filming now. Like I said, I'm going to set this up, and I may do one port match on one side before I go inside. I've clamped it down. Now I'm finding these other holes. I wonder what they're for. Going to the hydraulics. Are these massive holes squirting onto the camshaft? You can see that from there. They're huge. They're like 3+ millimeters in diameter, but it won't be full on pressure because I think it's just to let the oil out past the bottom. Yeah, it's just a weeping hole for the bottom of the hydraulic, but I'm going to use solids. So yeah, I wonder if any benefit of reducing the size of that to the oil pressure, because I'm still thinking of running an exterior pump, because I'm worried the factory pump won't do the job. Anyway, I'm just sitting here looking directly at these weep holes. I'm really hoping you can see. Maybe I'll lower the camera first a bit. Right, we'll get a bit closer. I normally use an air one, but having all that running, the air ones get really cold and they start hurting your hand after a while. And also the noise of the compressor running, you've got the cable all the time, so I thought I'd give this a go. But I just need to know like a good way to hold it. It's like a gun, you know. A bit different. Let's give it a go. Oh, safety. Safety, safety, safety. Let's grab the earmuffs just in case. I'll put them here just in case. I definitely don't want any metal in my eyes. Just see what I mean? It just clogs up because I think it's made for steel, not for alloy. Made for steel. And I shouldn't probably push so hard. Oh, it's hot. Yeah. I might have to wait for the aluminium ones to come in. Anybody have a good idea to clean these? Man, it is cleaning, but it'll take a long time. Sometimes. Because I'm thinking when we have a belt sander, we use rubber to clean it out. And it's actually doing a little bit. Look at that. Almost. Yeah, we have like a rubber stick to clean out the the belt sander with clogged wood. Yeah, I think last time I just made sure I didn't push so hard. We have a steel brush. Steel brush cup. Can't see any. No, 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 no. Not there, not there. No steel brush here. That probably is, but I can't see, it's too dark. And I forgot to go and get the, I said to the man, oh, I'm so sorry, I totally forgot to pick up the light panels. So, oh well, he said it tomorrow's okay. So, not push so hard. It's still clogging up. Definitely gonna have to probably wait till get the aluminium ones. But I'm just gonna finish off this bottom half and I'll show you. Yeah, it's probably the worst spot. You do need the earmuffs. I wonder what the easiest way is to clean these out. Blowtorch? Maybe? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Question number 3. All right. Let's see. Right. Can you see that? That is taken up to the scratch that I made, and it's flowing into the port, into the head. Now I'll probably take a bit more out here, right, and a little bit out the sides. There's a bit of a high spot in this corner here. I will get rid of that. And yeah, there's some big ass lump here. I'll have to smooth that out. That runs off to the valve stem, of course, or teardrop, that as they call it. Do I have a torch here? Let me get my phone out. Can you see that a bit better? That's a start. So yeah, actually I'll upload this. I will do a Google search on how to clean those burrs from aluminium, if there's an easy way. It probably is a really stiff steel brush would help. Maybe hitting with a blowtorch, but if you hit it too much, you'll dull the edges on the burr, I imagine. But it'd be interesting to find out easy way to remove that. And I may have to try and find some more burrs for aluminium. They're a lot coarser, they don't clog up as much, but they'll probably cut harsher too. I'm quite surprised actually how hard this aluminium is. Considering when I use that on steel, on the crankshaft, it doesn't feel that different, right? So obviously clogging up doesn't make it easy. But anyway, there you have it. How I start doing the port matching of the exhaust on the 1000 horsepower project. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to help me out, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. Let me know if there's anything you want to see. Alright, catch you later.